getting re-energized. So therefore, I continuously have a life. But meanwhile, there's a whole different side of life that you're not even paying attention to, because the only thing that you can see are the problems that's in front of you, because your thought process and the way that you handle problems has been so limited, and you put yourself in a box and you don't even know how to get out the box. Here's this conversation right here telling you that you in a box, and most of y'all who listening to this still ain't gonna do nothing about the fact that you in a box, and you just gonna stay there. You gonna do everything that everybody around you was doing, and everybody is going to be doing a relay race, and all of y'all are going to be looking forward, going back that way, because that's your default.
What are you doing today that makes you better than the person you were yesterday? That is part of the Ascension brand. That is the motto, the heart of what we stand for. When I pass away, I want people to know. I want people to remember me, not for the time that I've spent on this planet, but for the things that I have done to contribute to society. My mama raised a loser, but I broke the chains.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Dirty Trunk Podcast, where the elephant is always welcome. It is me, your boy Marcus Morton. Always here with me is the Aaron Mack, and we're back again on Discord.
Back again, half-assing the thing. But anyway, it's been a hell of a week, man. It's been a hell of a week. How you doing, Mark?
Pretty good, man. I can't complain. I don't usually complain about anything. I ain't really got, the energy all the time to be doing all that. Same old.
Oh, that's real crazy, because like the people that hang around you on a consistent basis, they got plenty of energy to complain and bitch and whine about everything under the sun, even each other.
Yeah, they do enough for me. I just let them talk.
Oh, that's hilarious.
They do so much of it, and I'm like, what are you doing about it though? Like, I mean, you have options. It's not like this is the only job in the world. Like,
I gotta have people, like, aside of that, like, I done had people like grabbing at straws trying to have a conversation with me, bro. Like, like when people just be around you and like they just want to talk, and no matter how much you show them that you're not trying to talk, they try to get you to talk, and then they like try to convince you that you mad about something, and that's the reason why you ain't talking to them. And I'm like, yo, what is that even about? Like, how did that even happen?
I don't really understand it either. And like, I'm not a big conversationalist, and I'll tell people this. And I'm like, I can't speak on nothing I don't
Care
know.
about.
Like, well, that too. Like, I
I can't speak on nothing I don't care about. Like, I
force it
can't
out of
talk to you. I can't talk to you for a whole 30 minutes about Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, I don't have that in me, bro. Like, what do you want me to say? Like, you tell me something, you go on this long tirade about whatever the hell you talking about that you got going on, and then when I give you a one-word answer, you just like, are you all right? All right. I don't know. People in corporate America, I guess. All right, there it is.
Big fact. Oh man.
All right, we got it's showing that we starting this podcast off extra early. It's like the yawning, the gaps, like you got an energy drink over there too, and you still ain't got energy. You probably almost done with that joint too.
I just started sipping on. Hey, leave me alone. Give me time. It's currently
4:19
in the morning.
a.m.
Yep.
And
Sun ain't
another
even.
long pause. We got to get it together. We got to get it together, man. But anyway, go ahead. What were you saying?
I was saying like it's like people like that. They just they seek attention, I guess, and it's just like I can't give that to you, and I'm like I'm not really understanding like why it's so important for you to be validated by like just these random simple acts that have like no weight towards anything but your personal interest. Like I don't have interest in it, so why should I be the one that has to validate your your actions in this?
No, no.
It's weird.
And like you trying to do anything and everything possible to be a part of a conversation that ain't got nothing to do with you. Like I'm trying to have conversations with my management. Like I'm trying to have conversation with my colleague, and like you come around, what we talking about? What was that? Like, bro, like get away from here, bro. And then you get mad when I tell you like, yo, give us a minute. Like that one time I tell you off, you pissed. I told my man literally like fuck off yesterday, like literally like fuck off, go find something to do. And he was like, oh, all right. Came back like 2 minutes later. I'm like, what is this? And he was following me, bro. It's like, what is this, man? Anyway, I
Oh
ain't
man. Yeah, we gonna try not to speak too much on that type of person. Like uh find find your own little clique, you know. If you're one of those people that are just like uh I don't know, you know, if you're not on a the same level as someone that's trying to move forward in life, if you're one of those persons that are just like kind of being that little speed bump, get out the way. Like you see a person working hard and like, you know, doing their own thing and you're just like I want to be a part of that, but I don't want to be a part of that. I want to be on the outskirts of that, getting the wind that blows by as they're moving. And I'm like, yo, just get out the way completely. Don't even bring those vibes, those negative energies around that person, because then that whole person has to shift, slow down, just so they can get over you, just so they can breeze by you.
so
It just
straight up, enjoy your own party
there you
and stop having FOMO about everybody else's.
go.
Because the more
Facts.
you, and I heard CJ talk about that, bro. He was saying that one of his boys used to always get this. He always felt like he was offended whenever he would do something, and he was and his boy won't invite it. He was like, "Yo, we break bread together. Like, why you feeling like that? You got your own stuff going on.
Mhm.
I ain't pissed when you don't invite me to yours. So why you feel like that when I got stuff going on? Like,
Come on.
ain't no tit for tat kind of situations. Like, yo, we both grown men. We both got stuff going on. So why you worrying about what I got going on? Like, enjoy your own party, bro. Stop having FOMO about everybody else's. Like, that's the main deal. Like, I can sit with myself and I can be with myself. And like it's funny though because I'm reading Alyssa's book, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm reading Alyssa's book, Introverted Extrovert, how to succeed how an introvert can succeed in the extroverted world. And I'm learning a little bit about myself just reading her book. And these are conversations that we've been having since we got together. And I'm finding out now just by reading that though I may be introverted, I have extroverted tendencies.
Mm.
So I could be around a crowd, I can stand in front of a group of people, and I could lead conversations, but I don't necessarily enjoy it. And what I'm seeing in other people is like because I'm an introvert, I can actually sit with myself and be okay with that. I could slide out of a conversation and not care about missing anything or whatever the case is. But some of y'all, man, y'all got FOMO so bad that you are involving yourselves in things that ain't got nothing to do with you and is wasting every bit of time you got.
Yep. And for those who don't know, FOMO is an
Oh yeah,
acronym
my
for
bad.
fear of missing out.
My bad.
I didn't learn that until like the NFT era, and it was like, oh, all these people have FOMO. They're trying to get on the wave. They're trying to get on the bandwagon. I'm like, what the hell is FOMO? It's fear of missing out. The fear that something's gonna happen without
That's how it all start, Mark.
you being there.
That's how it all start. That one acronym that come out and you just like, what is that? You thought you were on the ball and you was like, what? I missed one?
Facts.
I missed one? Mine was YOLO.
Come on. They made a song about that and everything. Come on.
Yeah, that's how I learned.
But it plays on the fear aspect a lot. And it's like, for some reason, when fear settles in, it's like being a wild animal back against the wall. Like we're kicking and scratching to get over that fear. Like we're trying to, do any and everything, from taking shortcuts, from stabbing people in the back just to get ahead, or just to catch up.
And you can see it in this person that we talking about, bro. That fear that you talking about right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like my man, he would literally be standing across the room and see some people having a conversation about something, will literally ignore everything that he's supposed to be doing to come and join that conversation and say, "What y'all talking about?"
Oh my god!
Like, bro, for real, he like,
yeah.
My counterpart literally had to like cuss this dude Slam out because like we were having a conversation and in the middle of CPT time, like he was supposed to be doing something, he was supposed to be shutting, and instead of shutting, he missed one and came to join the conversation. And then when she got pissed at him and told him about himself, he got mad at her.
Come on.
And took no responsibility for the ball that he dropped. Yeah.
So
yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
My thing is, if you about to shortcut something, if you about to just like cast everything to the wind and just like, I'm gonna do this because it's gonna give me this small little momentary gain. How are you gonna get mad with the actions or the repercussions that come?
I don't know, but he seemed to do that a lot.
And it's not just like, shortcuts at work. It could be like a shortcut in life. You just just like, I'm trying to get to destination X or whatever the fastest way possible. I'm gonna just like, I don't care about the tolls. I don't care about the speed traps. Nothing. I'm just trying to get to destination X
I'm
as soon as possible, and then get mad when you get hit with that toll bill or that speeding ticket that the cop don't come get you. They just got your license plate. They just send it in the mail.
No. That's not a thing.
Yeah. Them little machines that be sitting on the side that be tracking your speed. Yeah. They send that in the mail. They send it to you, brother. Same thing with the speed cameras on the
Do I just drive that slow that I don't know? That's not a thing.
That is most definitely a thing, sir. They can send speeding tickets in the mail to you.
Where do you drive at that people do these things?
I think they do it in Washington D.C. a lot. I know.
You know what? Yeah. Yeah, there's the joints that take the bright ass picture, make it look like it's
Mm-hmm.
daytime for a few seconds. At night, yeah, I got you. Yeah. I ain't know they do that though.
Yep.
Yo, that's crazy. Um, but anyway, ooh, where was I going with that? Like, yo, for real, I do not understand that with like something that you just said, right, about the
Mm-hmm.
speed ticket thing. I don't understand how people could be driving 90 miles per hour in a 65, get pulled over and blame the cop. Like I feel you don't understand why the speed limit is this low. Like I got that. Like I understand that completely. Like we in full agreement on that.
Mm-hmm.
But you put yourself in a dangerous situation, and then when danger comes hit you, you get pissed.
Mm.
Like for real. I listened to a chick one time who used to work with us, and she got pulled over on the way to work,
Mm-hmm.
and and during the conversation that I overheard, she said that she was late and she was just trying to get
Mm.
here on time, but fuck that cop. I'm like, how does that work? Like, for real, the cop pulled her over at 7 o'clock, and her shift started at 7 o'clock, and she was right there at the exit,
Mm.
and she was speeding, going 85 on 85. That sounds like a rap song. You're going 85 on 85. I guess people saying they could do that. Oh, never mind. I ain't gonna go there. But yeah, like she was really upset with the cop, but she took no responsibility for that situation at all.
And we've
But
said
fuck
it
that cop.
before, the inability to self-access. Uh, she put herself in that situation. Like all the things that, uh aspired to that moment is her fault. She could have woke up early. She could have gave herself a little extra time to, get to work on time. Uh cuz she's been probably working at that job for a while. Like she knows the distance from her house to the job. You know how much time that you should be allowing yourself to do that. But because you want that little bit of extra sleep, uh that McDonald's run that you have to have, as soon as you wake up in the morning, you're putting yourself in a position where you have to rush. You have to do something dangerous to get to work. You have to take shortcuts to get to work, and that shortcut caught up to her. The cop came, got it right there in front of the job. Like you're inches away from the job, and the smallest little thing, the smallest little speed bump, sets you back. Sets you back a whole 9 yards.
Yeah, cause like the topic of the discussion wasn't the fact that she got the speeding ticket, was that she ran out of time, or
She
she
was
was
late.
running out of time, running low on time, on time. She's running low on it. That's for our corporate America people. She ain't have enough PTO to take figure the situation out, and she
Mhm.
ain't have enough money to pay the ticket, and the job won't hand out overtime at the time, so she was trying to figure out how she was gonna pay for it. So fuck that cop.
Good God.
Fuck that cop. But it
So,
was your decisions. It was your decisions
yeah.
that got you to run out of time. It was your decision that made you get up late and say that you had to do some extracurricular activity or
Mhm.
recreational stuff before you came to work. And luckily, the cop didn't smell that, so that's a whole different situation there. Because it wasn't legal at the time, so that was fucking stupid. But anyway,
Mm,
um, because I've heard that cops, when they smell it at that time, they'll ask you
mm,
to get out the car. So that would have been a
mm,
whole different situation there. But anyway, yeah, it was the cop's fault. Like it didn't like these are the decisions that you made. Like, did the cop tell you to
to be
skip
late.
work the 2 days prior to because you got to drop a UPT? Like, did the cop tell
Mm,
you to do that? Like, did the cop tell you to spend all your money on probably the recreation. I don't know. I can't say. I can't call it. Did the cop tell you to do that? I don't know. Like maybe he did. Maybe he called you up and be like, all right, so tomorrow morning, just because you know, like you went through, you did all this. I'm gonna come catch you. You're gonna be on 85. Like you're gonna be rushing to work because you're gonna get up late. So just go ahead and follow the blueprint. So fuck that cop. Like I don't know if it worked that way. Like I don't know if you planned it out that way. If you did it, I just don't understand how it's the cop's fault. So somebody listening to this, you're gonna have to help me understand how the cop fit into your thought process.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause last time I checked, I can't control nobody.
That's right. In this situation, he was just doing his job, the regular degular. And it's
Granted, there might be some inconsistencies on the cops doing, but we ain't gonna get into that.
yeah,
We ain't gonna get into that.
but
I
that
seen a
is
dude pulling people over at KFC, bro, out of the parking lot. Like, what is that? Anyway, my bad. Go ahead.
like that whole situation could have gone uh so much worse. It could have there's no telling how far it could have gone. Luckily, it was only a minor setback. With
Mm-hmm.
something like that, especially dealing with cops, that could have been like a major setback. That person
Yeah,
might,
man.
huh?
Cause around that time,
Like you said,
that
it
was
was
the good.
you were saying around that time it was the recreational was illegal. It wasn't
And
illegal
not
then.
only that, but it was around the time where cops and people and civilians weren't getting along because the
Boom.
media was portraying this whole
Mm-hmm.
cop killing people kind of situation, bro. Like it could have been bad.
Mm-hmm. And even that could have led to you know uh the severity of how that person got off. Maybe the cop wasn't feeling like dealing with all that, given the circumstances of the situation that has been going on outside. So kudos to them, but like you said, like all of that was that person's fault, from the speeding to the not having enough time, not even having enough money to cover the ticket. Now you're in this whole deep depressive mode because you know you got hit. You were on the field without your pads on, without your garments, your protective gear on, and you got hit. You got caught with your pants down, and now you gotta take that blow on the butt. Like it's nothing you can do about it. Like, and instead of being prepared, you were unprepared, and now you gotta deal with that setback that
Yeah,
you
face
get.
the consequences. You got to face the consequences. So like, I'm thinking back on like another situation of like this young lady, and this one really upset me because there was a child involved, and I was in no position at all to speak on this. No way, in no shape or form, bro. And I was hurt because of it. So like the young lady, and she was like, I mean, maybe say like 9 8 9 years younger than I was. Like
Mm,
at the time, like I mean, I don't really know if she was that young. I can't recall, man. But she was a young kid, man, and she had a kid, like a little girl.
mm,
And like this chick would come to work, bruh, literally like makeup done up, all sassy, come to work trying to get hooked up with somebody.
mm-hmm,
Had all different type of dudes everywhere, bruh. And like this chick would literally take VTO every day whenever they was offering it. And and like based on the top the conversation, you probably figure out who I'm talking about because like we had this discussion about this young lady, but like um she she had a kid, bro. Like that's why I'm gonna go ahead and say like start there. She had a kid at home who her mom was helping taking care of while she was at work or supposed to be at work, and never told her mom that she was the VTO stuff. She never told her mom she was VTOing. She spent the money that she like, I could just remember this one time vividly where she spent her paycheck on weed and Jordans. All I remember was that, and this was after she had moved out of her mom's house. 'Cause like I said, she was young, so
Mm-hmm.
she had moved out of her mom's house, got her own place. But what ended up happening was why did I got so much hair in my mouth? She she spent all that money on stuff that she wasn't supposed to spend it on, and then when it happened, she played like times were so hard and was crying to everybody and got other people who make the same amount of money that she make to help buy her groceries for her and her daughter, bruh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Lord. People like that, I don't really understand the thought process, and it's not only just women. We're not just bashing women. Like there's men out here too that do very similar stuff. You
Oh yeah,
know,
how many examples you want, bruh?
the person we started talking about at the beginning is another example of this. Um, you spend your money or your finances very frivolously, very at the drop of a hat. You buying very expensive luxury items that are not going to uh you know supply you any nourishment, any type of wealth status, or not. They're just things. They're just things that sit on the shelf that collect dust. They're not even accounting to your net worth or anything like that, or any financial gain down the road. You might be able to resell them for like a couple of bucks if times get hard, maybe, but it's not going to be like the full retail price that you paid for. You ain't freezing? Okay. uh and it's just like, why do that and then also complain about how you're not making enough, or how you have to be at work to make this money, but yet you're spending it on these high dollar expensive whatevers, and you haven't taken any accountability for yourself. Like, you haven't, oh, maybe I could have saved instead of buying this luxury item. Maybe I could have saved my money for, something else, or something I could have invested it in to, better help me. Uh, I, I just, I don't understand. And then, like, you play victim, or you're crying victim because the job isn't paying you enough. You're playing victim because you didn't have the willpower to spend your money responsibly. I don't I don't understand.
Um, mm,
Cause
uh,
I've sat here. I've paid everything I needed to pay. Uh, you know, took a week off and still have and still fine.
so like for real, I'm not opposed to having luxuries, bruh. Like if you know me, you know anything I do, like I love to spend it. However, I got a little bit of a filter on how I spend it now because I got responsibilities and I'm a grown ass man.
Right.
I got stuff that I gotta pay for. I got things I need to plan for. I got a business, like for real. Like I like just hands down, there are things that are going on in my life where I have to be an adult and take responsibility for the things that I got going on.
Mm,
But some of you out here, you rather live life in your fantasy life, in your fantasy
mm,
world,
mm,
than live in the responsibilities that you're supposed to be doing. So you'll just straight up just let the responsibilities hang by the wayside, and then you be mad when other people hold your feet to the fire because of the responsibilities that you signed on the dotted line for. And that's the problem that I'm having with most people, because you put yourself in a situation where you have to do these things, but then when it's time to do it, when it's time to get it done, you ain't nowhere to be found. You don't show up, and then you come back and complain about everybody else around you like everybody else has something to do with it. And that ain't how it's supposed to be. Because the saying say that if you make your bed, then you the one that gotta lay in it. I ain't make the bed. I ain't touch the sheets. That was all you. I ain't tucked them things under that mattress. That was all you. You put it there. So if you do it, you gotta lay in it. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. There's never been a situation where something happens to me and I don't look at it and say, yo, what could I have done better? What was it that got me to this situation? Had I moved to the left 5 seconds earlier, maybe this wouldn't have happened. Like it even dropped so deep was like if like the last time that I got pulled. I can't even use that as an example because it's been a while since I got pulled over. I that's intentional, by the way. But like anytime something happened to me, man, like I'm looking at it, I'm breaking it down, analyzing it. It's almost like the Sherlock Holmes movie with Robert Downey Jr. How he was breaking stuff down and how he was like almost seeing the future the way he was analyzing the situation. You gotta have that kind of clarity, bruh. You gotta have that kind of clarity because if you don't plan your life, other people are going to plan it for you, and you ain't gonna like the result.
And speaking of just that, like I like what you said about the people are living in like this fantasy luxury lifestyle, and it's like it's all a delusion. You're being delusional thinking that you can support that lifestyle, you can sustain that lifestyle, because it's all a snowball effect. Once you start buying that one thing, and once you continue to spend your money on those expensive luxury gifts, without the foundation to support that, it's gonna hurt you in the end. You're buying all that stuff, and then you're gonna have to turn around and sell it or get rid of it, or whatever, just to
Second job.
Second job. You gotta break your back, you killing yourself
Losing your relationship for it.
Just so you can continue to spend that. Like those things are out of your means, and you're trying to do any and everything just to hold on to that lifestyle, that brief little moment of dopamine, that dopamine rush that you get.
Yeah, but for what though?
For nothing. And
for
it's
what?
like,
go ahead.
All you gotta do is like come to work, do the work, go home, or just be responsible. But you're doing all this, you're taking one step forward just to have to take 2 steps back. Like you're trying to do things to get over on the job. Now you gotta do is show up. Like they're telling people to go home at this point. All you gotta do is show up. But yet, because you don't want to show up to work, you trying to cheat the system. Say you got some type of problem, and then end up losing a valuable piece of your what do you call that thing?
You trying to like tread water right now, bro. I'm about to like we need to splash this. Like for real. Like I ain't walking on eggshells with that one, bro. Cause like that one when it was told to me, and the reason why I told you, bro, cause I like my feelings was hurt.
Come on.
And like I'm gonna be real with you, bro. And I've been trying to stay off of this arrogance tip for a while. But for whatever reason, the people around me are consistently making that harder with every single passing day. Like I don't know if it's me, I don't know if it's y'all. Like I'm just being real. Like I don't know. Like I don't know if I'm the one that's contributing to this anger that I have, or if y'all the ones that are continuously bombarding me with stupidity. Like I don't know what it is, but for whatever reason, whenever they speak, whenever people come around and they say stuff, they want to have I'm not a big fan of fluff conversation. Like
Yep.
when you come around me, I don't care what if we the best of friends. Like don't come to me on some that what is that? You know, when
Stroke
it
my ego
hey good
type of conversation.
hey good job, man. You did an excellent work today, man. Blase splee, man. Like, bro, you know, like my brain is constantly like either it's
Yep.
only like when you approach me, there's only two things that I'm thinking about: getting money or Alyssa. Like real talk. Like there's literally only two things that I think about now. Like, am I focused on my business or am I focused on my relationships?
Mm.
Like real talk. Like what what is going to push me forward? So when you come to me and you're having these cheap sideline conversations that's pulling me out of my gears, like what are we doing with this? Like, so it's really hard for me not to have these thoughts of, yo, I'm better than you, so please leave me alone. Like, I just don't want to talk to you because you haven't aligned your values or your principles up with the things that I'm trying to do. So like when I heard this situation, when my man told me this, bruh, it hurt my feelings because this is the environment that I'm in.
Mm.
Like I'm in the environment with somebody who feels like doing something like this is okay, and meanwhile I'm struggling to get out of it. But you
Mm.
struggling to keep yourself in it, and then you allowing it to dictate your values. Like
Mm.
for real, bro. Like so. All right, if I throw a scenario at the people listening right now because they don't know what we talking about. So there's a piece of power equipment that is used pretty heavily at our place of work.
Mm.
And for whatever reason, like I know my reasons, bro. Cause like when I get on that thing, my body be hurting.
Mm.
I mean, I can't even walk straight when I get off of that joint. After being on it for 10 hours, like I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. Like I don't know what it is about my lower back, but my lower back do not like that thing, bro.
Come on.
I can't. I can't do it, dog. So like that was one of the biggest. When I tell you, like I'll tell you a lot of reasons why why I got that promotion, but that was the biggest reason to getting off of that joint, bro. I couldn't do the joint the OP no more, bro. It wasn't my thing. But anyway, I don't know what other people's thing is. Like I don't know. Maybe they afraid of heights. Maybe they afraid to be alone. Some people don't like it because they can't talk to nobody.
Mm. Yep.
That's another thing. The extroverts they hate being on the OP because you know they get TOT every time they get on it because every time they see somebody they can't stop talking to them. Yeah, all that. But people don't like to use this joint, bruh. And like you got people staging accidents to get off of it, like running into stuff on purpose. They risking losing their job just so they can get off of that joint, bruh. Also, they can be on their feet. But being completely honest, the job requires you to do this. Like it was part of the job responsibilities when you signed up for it, especially if you in the department that primarily uses it. So for you to get into the department that primarily uses it and complain about the fact that you got to use it is complete nonsense. It's utter nonsense. It just doesn't make sense. So we got a person who did her best to make sure that she got off this joint. And she was told by another person at my level that if you go to your doctor and say this, and this is what's going to get you off of that joint, this is going to get you that accommodation, and she did it.
Mm.
She listened to this woman and she went and did it. She was like, "Oh, that's a plan right there. You can do that? Yeah, you can do that. Go ahead to the doctor, get you that note, and the doctor will say you can't be on it. Blase splee." She went to the doctor. The doctor said, "All right, I will not put you on this thing. That's a no go." And she was like, "All right, bet." She came back and she came back to work. Said, "My doctor said I can't get on it. I got accommodation." And the doctor also called the DMV and said that this woman cannot drive, revoke her license because she got accommodated.
Yep. All
So
that.
like for real,
All that.
for real. My feelings was hurt not because the doctor, like everybody thought it was real funny. The my man told the story and folks was laughing, folks was joking about it, and I'm like, yo, like I'm the only one sitting in the conversation with a stale face on. I'm like, yo, do y'all understand that you have to come to work around people who would do that of
Mm-hmm.
all things? Like how was it that nobody else felt that? Like this is the place you come to with people who can do that and think that it's okay?
Yep. And it's just like there was no regards to the thought process of doing all that. Like this person lost a license. That's a valuable tool that you use every day without, thinking twice about it. And because you don't think twice about it, you now you've lost it. Now you can't legally you can't go out and, provide for your kids that you have, for your home. This is a major setback in your life, and like now it's a joke. You're a joke to the people around you because you couldn't muster up the energy or the time to just come to work. You're doing all that just to not work. Like, say you have a job but not work it. Like, I don't understand the goal there. Like, if
Yeah,
you don't want to do all that, just don't have the job. What are you holding on to?
especially with the fact that you got 3 kids at home who are all old enough to understand that there's some bullshit going on whenever you tell them. Like I don't know how you explain to your kids like you got a brand new car that you can't drive because you ain't got no license as a full grown adult. You had a license last week. So what happened, mama? Why we gotta get rides from everybody now? Like I don't know how I don't know how you would explain that. Like I'm interested to see how that conversation went. And then like bruh, to be the person who voluntarily leaves work all the time,
Mm.
show up like 2 days a week out of your 4 days that you're supposed to be working, and then complain about the fact that you ain't got no money, and then say you need another job, a part-time job. How does that work?
You're making a solution to a problem that you've made when there was already countless of other solutions that would have made your life so much easier, but because some forces beyond my understanding, I'm gonna do this extra thing just to solve my problems and like kill myself in the process. Just completely run myself down in the process just to solve a problem I made. Don't.
So one of the things that I'm starting to notice, right, is that most people they can't move forward in life because they're too busy walking backwards.
Ooh.
Like bump doing 1 step forward and 2 steps back. Like you ain't never took a step forward. Your default is walking backwards. And because you walk backwards for a living and that's all you ever done, you don't know what it's like to take a step forward. You don't even know what it is because everything you do contradict the things that you say you want to do.
Mm.
So like you got people like for real. I don't know nobody right now who thought that when they wake up in the morning of when they were a child and they thought about the things that they wanted to do with their life. I don't know not one person right now who said that they wanted to do what we do right now. I don't know not one person. But for whatever reason, everybody do it. Everybody come there. They hate being there, but ain't nobody doing nothing to get out of it. Why? Because the mindset that you have about getting out of there or doing something else, it has been completely erased by the fact that your decision making process has been so skewed, and you have been making the wrong decisions, bad decisions for your entire life. Now that you don't even feel like that is even possible to even leave.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now you feel like you don't even have a way to even get out. So everything that you do now was for the moment, because you don't even have a plan. You never even thought about the fact that, all right, this situation I'm doing right here or how I'm acting at work might have something to do with the fact that I can't get out, I can't move ahead with my life. Go ahead, Mike. Like you had something to add into that.
I was gonna say that, and it just hit me like, just like the saying, misery loves company. People live in a problematic state, and that's all they know. And without a problem, like they feel like they're not doing well, or like they have to have problems consistently in their life to feel like they're alive, or to feel like things are
Yeah,
going
bro, because they
okay.
they walking backwards, bro. That's why they feel. That's why they do that. That's why they create problems for themselves, because subconsciously, if ain't nothing going on, like success or fail, it's
Mm-hmm.
easier to fail than it is to succeed. And when you don't have a knowledge to succeed, you're not moving forward. You're not intentionally moving forward. You're either standing still or you walking backwards. But,
Mm-hmm.
but if I stand still, nothing is going on. I start feeling like there's nothing going on. I start getting depressed because there's nothing going on. But I need something going on. So I'm going to create problems for myself. I'm going to have FOMO. I'm going to annoy these people who are around me. Hey, what you guys talking about? Because if I continue making problems for myself, if I continue feeding off of the energy of the problems that I have at home with my
Mm-hmm.
parents, if I continue feeding off the energy of the problems that I have with my spouse, if I continue feeding off the energy of the problems that I have with my kids or the problems that I have at work, I'm living. I'm actually alive. These are things that's going on. So when I have that conversation about my problems, I'm consistently bringing them up. I'm consistently getting re-energized. So therefore, I continuously have a life. But meanwhile, there's a whole different side of life that you're not even paying attention to, because the only thing that you can see are the problems that's in front of you, because your thought process and the way that you handle problems has been so limited, and you put yourself in a box and you don't even know how to get out the box. Here's this conversation right here telling you that you in a box, and most of y'all who listening to this still ain't gonna do nothing about the fact that you in a box, and you're just gonna stay there. You gonna do everything that everybody around you was doing, and everybody is going to be doing a relay race, and all of y'all are going to be looking forward, going back that way,
Mm.
because that's your default.
Oh, man. If you're listening to this episode, right, just I I don't even have words for people like that. It's just like Max said, you either gonna listen or you're not. Something's gonna have to happen in your life to the point where you gotta want this change as badly as breathing. Like, that's the only way, because you're so stuck in your ways, because you're so conditioned to have these problems, that the only way to live is to have problems. uh, you're gonna continue this cycle over and over again, and you're gonna push that off to your kids, your loved ones. uh your relationships aren't gonna be as
Kids,
strong as they
bro.
need to
It's
be.
your kids. That's it. It's the worst part.
Mm-hmm.
That's the worst part right there. You're gonna push that same cycle, that same shit that you're doing. You're gonna push it down to your kids because let's be real, your loved one has a whole set of issues on their own.
Mm.
And most people, because they still walking backwards, they in relationships and ain't even walking forward together. They walking backwards and they facing each other, walking backwards
Mm.
in most relationships. So both of y'all got both of y'all have those same issues. Y'all have them in your own lane. You have your own issues in your own lane, and y'all gonna pass both of y'all issues down to your kids. So not only do they have the genetics of your looks,
They
both of
got the
y'all looks,
genetics
they
of your
have the
problems.
genetics of your problems too.
Mm-hmm. And it starts early. Don't think that you have time to fix that. Fix it now, because you can see it in their adolescence that the same problems you're having, those same emotions, those same strong emotions you have to the frivolous things in life. Your kids are they're picking up on that. They're throwing tantrums over the smallest little things, just like you're throwing tantrums over the smallest little things at work. They see that, they feel that, they they're you, they're a mirror example of you. Like it, just
Right.
get
And
out of yourselves. It's ooh. Go ahead.
it pissed me off, man. Like, cause people be feeling like everything else is the problem, Mark. And like,
Mm,
I be trying to get them to understand, like, yo, what did you have to do with this? And you're like, what you talking about? I'm like, you had a say in this matter.
mm-hmm.
What did you say about it? Like, how did you react to it? How did you respond to it? Because like that tells me everything I need to know right there. Like, we don't need to talk about what everybody else is doing when you're the one with the problem. Like, I don't need to talk about nobody else. When I'm having a problem with Alyssa, it don't manifest to Marcus. Like, Marcus don't create problems in my relationship because it's my relationship. It's between me and her. If I have a problem with Marcus, I don't go to Alyssa about it. I go to Marcus about it.
Mm-hmm.
And vice versa. Like, it just don't work that way. Like, you guys are having your own personal problems, your own personal things going on, and for whatever reason, you're blaming the world for it.
Mm.
You're blaming everybody else for it. And like, I can't quit this job because my parents did it. I can't move out on my own because my parents doing. I can't go across the world for this job that I want because I got a dog. I got I can't drink
Yep.
water because I don't know. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, y'all, like,
uh
these are this is, and I mean, I'm not trying to make a joke about it, like,
mm,
but these are like, I literally hear people making excuses for these stupidest things. Like, my man said he wanna move out. He wanna have his own place, but for whatever reason, he uh he's falling for a trap at home, and ain't neither of his parents working, and he paying them all the money, and he want to move out on his own, but he want to take care of his parents too. And I'm like, they need jobs, bruh.
nah, they need a little more than jobs. Uh um oh man, bruh. Ooh, that's crazy.
Walking
Cause like
backwards.
very much so. And it's real easy to take that step forward, but he would never. Cause first of all, not to get too deep into it, like all right, one both of the parents, they need a little help. Uh, one might need
Mental health is
financial help,
what he's saying. Mental health.
mental health, yes. Uh, and apparently there's places that you don't need to pay. They offer their services for free. They put you in a place to stay and everything while you're getting the help you need to recover from whatever addiction you're trying to get over, and send him there. uh Whatever mom's going through, e- every man is, to some degree, every man loves their mom. You know, let's just put that out there. But you can't be your mom's hero. At one point,
She's a
she
grown
was
woman. She
exactly.
grown. She older than you. It is not any child's responsibility to take care of their parents. I don't care what like that. Like that's one thing that I know
Mm-hmm.
for sure. Like and I had that situation happen to me before, bro. Where I had a mom who was claiming that she needed me for everything I had. She
Mm-hmm.
needed all of my money, not some of it, not for me to pay some of the bills. She needed all the money, all the money, all the money, every
Mm-hmm.
bit of my paycheck, all the money. Like she needed all of it. As a grown man now, she wanted all my money and got me cooped up in this one little bedroom at her 700 square foot house. There's one little that's all I had. So I'm getting the fuck out.
Mm.
Like for real. Like the thing is though, like the excuses that y'all making for the things that you need to do, like when I promise y'all that once that once the excuse is taken away, you still not gonna do it.
Mm.
And here's why I say this because it's not the excuse's fault. And what do I mean by that? It's not your mom's fault that you out yet. It's your fault.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't got nothing to do with her. It's you. You're not responsible enough. You're not grown enough. You're not
Mm-hmm.
mentally mature enough to make that happen for yourself. And this ain't got this is has more to do with the mentality of the person who is willing to move forward than it does with a job or finances or anything that you got going on. Like whatever is keeping you from moving forward, and you're making excuses for it. It is not the excuse's fault that you are doing what you're doing. It is your fault. I can't blame nobody else if for whatever reason my relationship fails. I would knock on wood for that. If my relationship failed, I can't blame nobody but me. Nobody but me. And here's what's deep about it, right? Some of y'all saying like, yo, but it wasn't my fault. Yeah, I ain't do it. I ain't do nothing. Like I got led into that situation. You right. You absolutely right. But every situation that comes up, especially when it comes to relationships with other people, is a two-way street, is a
Mm-hmm.
dance between two people. You made that baby. They didn't make themselves. So you gonna have to pay child support. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You got into that relationship. It is what it is. She cheated on you. You got into the relationship. You said
Mm-hmm.
yes at some point. Yeah, you did. I feel that one wholeheartedly because I was in a 6 year relationship with somebody, a 6 year relationship and a 4 year marriage to somebody who did that. Like, and I feel you. Like, you didn't do anything wrong, but you can't keep using these same old excuses for the rest of your life.
Yep.
I couldn't like for real. I was telling Bree yesterday. Like, I really felt like I would never get married again. I felt that. Like I felt that in my spirit. Like I was like oh boy who in his relationship now, he was in the joint for 9 years and I'm like, yo, like you set yourself up for this.
Mm-hmm.
This is what you asked for. And now that you got what you asked for, why are you upset with it? The only thing you should be doing is trying to figure out what you want from here and moving the fuck on with your life. This ain't got nothing to do with her. Let that go. You're done with it. Let it go.
Mm-hmm.
Move the fuck on and and just live your life. Like, yo, like so many people want to tie themselves to the problems that they're having that they forget that they have a life outside the problem.
Mm-hmm. Some people still stuck on that. Still stuck at the shore shack. Uh, and like Max said, just move on. There's a whole world out there, you know, waiting to be explored, waiting to have your presence in it. there's many experiences out there, good and bad, that you're gonna go through. It's gonna happen regardless. Uh, let it happen. Yeah, you had a setback. Yeah, it hurt. It hurts like crap. No one wants to, be cheated on. No one wants to go through problems. But because that's all that we're used to, we feel like it's a main part of life, and it is.
I feel like if you're gonna cheat on me, go ahead and do it fast, so I know, because I don't want to waste the time with you.
Facts. But I mean, it all depends on on that person. Uh, but hardships happen. Without them, we're more prepared for uh our future endeavors. We're more prepared for future relationships. We're more prepared for the things that are coming towards us. If you have the sensibility, the maturity to learn from those problems, and not just thinking that, oh, I did everything right, that person just did me so wrong. In some cases that might be true, but in most cases you had a part in that. There's something you
Was you
probably could have.
decided to be in a relationship?
Yes, basically.
So
Big
you
or
gotta admit
small,
fault. You
you
gotta
get it.
admit fault, bro. Like for real. Like when I was in that marriage, bro. Like I said, what did I do? What did I do to deserve this? Oh yeah, I said yes.
Mm. Said yes, and then said I do. You know. It,
hmm It was my fault. I opened myself up for the attack.
yeah.
I opened the gate and let the horse in,
Mm.
and
Well.
them soldiers came right out that thing and messed my whole life up. Luckily
Mm.
for me, I didn't get messed up as much as it could have been. I could
Yeah.
have continued ignoring the solutions, right? At all the solutions that I had, I could have ignored all of those and
Mm.
continued opening myself up for that attack. I could have still been attacked right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm Maury Povich somewhere.
uh. But yeah, people. Just me. Yeah. Yeah. Be mindful of the things around you. It's your life. You make the decisions in it. All the choices, all the things that happen to you are it's you. You've done it on your free will. It's nothing happens to you externally. You have a part in everything that you do. You have a say in everything that you do. You have the power. You have the authority in everything that you do. If you're gonna be successful at your job, you have the authority to do so. If you want a job, you have the authority to do so. If you want to quit your job, start your passion, make your career, you have all authority to do so. There's nothing stopping you but you.
That's it. That's it.
All righty, Mac. What's up?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Dude, I was gonna say
What you say?
what we got coming up.
As you guys know, like today, as we're recording this, is November the 3rd, and Melissa and I are in our NaNoWriMo month, National Novel Writer Month. And we're getting a little bit of a rocky start, but
Mm.
now that we got a day off and some time to ourselves,
Mhm.
now we can actually sit down and put some work in. So I'm looking forward to getting that done. Like I'm not looking forward to actually doing it, but getting it done. This will actually be my third nano,
Mhm.
and this is her second. I didn't think she was gonna jump into it like that, but she decided that she was gonna go, and I'm like, all right, I can't let you outdo me because I'm the one that said I was gonna be like the full time author. So let's go. But yeah, that started. So this month alone, we'll be doing a Shut Up and Write group every week. So if anybody is in the Richmond, Chesterfield, Petersbury area, look up Shut Up and Write Chesterfield chapter on the Meetup app, and you can find us on there. We meet every Wednesday at 6 p.m. at the Central Library. Other than that, man, I don't have. I mean, I have a lot of other announcements, but I'll save those for the Eighth Universe podcast.
Word. Well, alrighty, people. Like and follow. Share this with the people that that need to hear this. We do this for y'all. We love doing this for y'all. We love waking up at the can't even say crack of dawn. We love waking up at 4 a.m.
At dawn.
Dawn's dawn.
It's dawn.
We love doing this podcast. It's amazing to just share our experience with you guys. We get a lot of characters at work, and most of the
Oh
time
God,
they're the
it's like
fuel.
TNT up in there. Characters welcome, bro.
Big facts.
And they display that by not having interviews.
Alrighty, people. This has been the Dirty Trunk Podcast where the elephant is always welcome. It is me, your boy Marcus Morton. Always here with me is the Aaron Mack. And always remember, those who shy away from addressing the elephant in the room are doomed to be crushed by the weight of it. We love y'all.
Peace. Love y'all. See y'all next week.